I feel like Dunbar is a place that's far, but still like
It's like mad far. Like
But,
mad.
yeah, but see,
Mad
like,
far.
no.
Mad
You
far
see,
because
you
of
have to put mad far in the conversation
okay. All
because
right, that's
because
true.
wild
See,
far, I'm not using that. Mad far, you might be,
hmm.
onto something else
man,
there.
that's mad far. Like from my house in the
Absolutely,
Bronx to the train. Remember
mad
that?
far.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
Nah,
mad
mad
far.
I, that's what I feel like. Wildfire is like the top tier. Is like the
Wow.
Wildfire.
furthest.
I feel like that's a
Mm,
I feel
character
like
in Lion
I
King.
feel like the whole point is
wow.
I feel like the reason why you use wildfire that isn't like you don't think about it is because you're never traveling somewhere that's wildfire. Like Kavan driving to Virginia is wildfire.
Mm. I don't know. I feel like anytime
Like
I've ever used wild, it's been like it's there's no noun, there's no adjective after it. It's the adjective. Like nah, that's
That's
wild. Like
wild. Yeah, I'm on that.
come
I
on,
would have to agree.
uh,
I think
you don't get
things
nothing from a
are wild.
master's degree.
Things are wild. Places are wild. But for me, distances aren't wild.
Yeah.
yeah, this definitely could be
Oh, you
wild.
got Rona? That's wild.
That's wild, son.
100,000
I,
plus in one day? That's wild.
Well, you see, that's why I think wild is more versatile because you can wild is an
no,
extreme of it. But you can be like, oh, you got
the most
COVID. Oh, that's
versatile, the
dumb.
most used is mad.
That's mad wild.
But you see, because I think mad is like the intermediate of like distance.
Dumb,
It's like
dumb
I think
wild.
it might be like so like which is further, dumb or mad?
I don't know if that's.
No, I would say that mad is further than dumb.
Yeah, and I think wild is farther than mad.
It's how you
But
use.
Nah,
If
because
you
I'm not
dumb,
use
gonna go somewhere that's mad far. I'll definitely go somewhere that's dumb far though.
yeah, but
I
I
don't know if
wouldn't
I've
go.
ever been anywhere that's wild far.
like
Ex-
dumb
Like,
far would be like you're
exactly.
walking.
That's why
You
I
have
feel
to
like
walk
wild.
10 blocks. Like normally you would take an Uber or Lyft or something, but you have to walk. So you're like, damn, that's dumb far. Like
Yeah, wild far is like you definitely have to drive, or you're taking like when we went
like it's
to
400 miles.
like when we went to visit you, Mike. That's mad far.
that was mad
No,
far. No,
no.
wait, no,
That's
hold
mad
on.
far.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it.
Again, it's
Yes.
mad far because did you guys take the train up here? I can't remember.
Yeah.
We took the train.
Yeah, that's mad far. If you take a car, it's dumb. It's dumb far.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But the time does make a difference, though. Like,
Yeah.
wow, you know what? Now that the more we talk about it, the fact that wildfire is just like I can't even grasp it. That does make it seem like
Yeah. It's
because like
because how far?
It's like how
wildfire is
far
like
is
another
it?
country. Like this is like
Yes.
Japan. Wow.
It's like how far is the Andromeda galaxy? Oh, that's wild far.
Exactly. So I think we figured it out. It's dumb, then mad, then
And
wild.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
And you know what
Wow.
really throws a wrench into it? Like I remember a girl in college who was from out west, and it was the first time I'd ever heard hella.
Mm,
Where does that fit on the scale?
hella far.
That's hella far. Like
Hella
Oh
I
far.
feel like
man.
it's kind of it's closer to mad
Yeah.
because
I feel like
they're kind of like interchangeable.
hella
Hella and
might be
mad
above.
are definitely hella. I do think is above
Yeah.
because that's like hella far.
Yeah.
It's like it's like
I don't know.
I might do it,
Like we go to the local
but I'm not gonna
Target
like it.
and risk getting coronavirus, or do we go to the suburban Target? That's hella far. I
Okay,
don't know. Maybe that's like a white thing.
no. It's definitely just a West Coast type thing. But I think
No, I mean the
hella and
Target.
mad are very close. Oh, Target.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Target. I'll go to Target.
Target.
Are we starting the episode now?
I think we are.
I think that was a great
Yeah.
discussion, though. Thank
Yes.
you
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
No problem.
Episode 12, 13.
12?
I should be better at this.
I
Lost
don't.
track of time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Who can keep time anymore?
Yeah, I know,
Welcome
right?
back. What's going on? What are we talking about?
There's only one thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
There's only one thing. Yeah. there's only one thing we can, right? Like as much
As
as
of
I
our
don't want
recording,
to,
yeah, as of our recording, we still don't know who the president is.
yeah,
So that'll give you a little context. But it's
Yeah.
looking it's looking like Sleepy Joe is gonna get the W.
Mm.
yeah, it's looking like a lot of people online like have wanted to already calling it like at least
You
like
can't call it. It doesn't have 270 yet.
at least internet news sources are calling it. Some
Right.
no, I think one news source, one like station called it already.
I mean, I think those people are just like they just want to be the first ones in. Like they want
Yeah,
to.
but that's all news though. But like, yeah, it's oh, this is madness. I was just
This is
thinking
something
about it.
else.
I was like, I was thinking about, I was like, this. It would make so much sense that like how corrupting like politics and elections are. Because I was like, I can only imagine like how much money like news stations and networks are making right now. Like
Oh yeah, it's got to be through the roof.
I can like
I
thinking
just
Like
had
about
the
I just had to
viewership.
I just had to get my Hulu thing ended. I thought I was good because I don't want to watch any like live sports anymore, and I had to just add it again for live TV because we want to watch a specific channel to watch
Mhm.
the updates,
yeah,
and that's not on YouTube. It's sometimes it's streaming live on YouTube, and you can't.
yeah,
They're gonna make you pay for that shit.
yeah.
Election night, I was watching on YouTube. I don't even remember. It might have been just like ABC's live stream. But the next day, I was literally just refreshing Google all day, googling
Yeah.
election results just to keep tabs. But people at my job, and I work in retail, like they just were glued to their phones. Not that they
Yeah.
aren't usually glued to their phones, but
But like
like CNN,
worse,
just like
more than
I was like,
yeah,
yeah, like multiple streams and just like different. Like, are you're watching? I'm watching CNN. Oh, you got C-SPAN on? And it's just like, like
yeah.
all right, guys. It was like,
Wait, how many votes is he up by?
right? No,
And
literally
it's
all day. It was like, oh, did you hear? Like Wisconsin just came through, and I'm like, all right, guys, can you go fold the T-shirt?
he like I'm hearing only like 85% of precincts. Wait, how many
Right,
you hearing? Wait, you saying
right.
88? Okay, let me go to there.
Right, calculations just all day. Like, well, if he
Yeah,
gets this state, then he only needs three more. Like,
But can
like
he
guys,
win with just Georgia?
like we're not pundits here. Like,
yeah,
I think my brother said it the best. He was like, I don't know who he's. I feel like I have a feeling he was referring to me, like, but he could have been referring to somebody else. He was like, whatever amount of years ago, talking to my family about the election, and it's like, quote, how many branches of government are there? And now it's like, oh, did you see like 30% of the votes in Allegheny County? Like,
yeah.
so,
I
And
will
that's
say, I think the memes this year.
oh,
I mean, I don't know if I was
like,
following election memes 4 years ago, but man, some quality stuff has come out of this.
uh I
I
don't
saw
know.
stop the count, and it's just a picture of a scale. I like that one.
Yeah, that's funny. Like two of the biggest thing I've noticed like was I don't know I, the fact that it's fucking Joe Biden makes me like not enjoy the memes as much
Mm.
because it's like a lot of them are about like I've seen a lot of memes like placing Biden as like the savior, and I was like,
Oh,
nah,
I haven't seen that.
he doesn't deserve that. Yo, I saw a Dragon Ball Z meme where have you seen it? They
Absolutely not.
made Biden Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Obama Goku during the Cell Gohan
Cell
beam
Saga.
struggle.
Yeah,
The Cell
like the father
Gohan
son
beam.
Kamehameha.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Wait,
with the
Maya.
yeah with the mail-in ballots being the Vegeta assist. That's how and I was like, that's
Wow.
not. I was like, that's mad disrespectful.
I mean,
Joe Biden ain't no Gohan.
okay, but
Mad
take your
disrespectful.
Bernie bro-ness aside. That's very good. Very good.
Nah, that hurt my soul. I was like, y'all can't be doing mad disrespectful. Show more respect. But and like back to what I was saying before about like just the like the I can't imagine how much like attention they're getting, how much publicity, how much money they're getting from advertising
Hmm.
around this. And I was like, it would make so much sense though that like you would when you say like that the media is corrupt and like and bought and things like that, like this would make so much sense, right? That like you make so much money off of the drama of elections and stuff like that that you would like manipulate that you it would make sense that you would want to manipulate narratives and things like that to drive more attention towards yourself.
You mean like if you're Trump,
No,
or
I'm saying
just like a
no, I'm saying
candidate in
like
general?
no, I'm saying news networks in general. Like it would make sense that you would function in a way where like you would manipulate like during election season how you would manipulate things. So I was
Mm,
like, look, I
to
was like,
help create the narrative.
just to pump more like the expression the horse race, just to like pump more eyes on it. Like it makes so much
Mm.
sense. Like I went to had a doctor's appointment today, and I'm like in the doctor's office. They got the TV on. What they got on? They got
Well,
CNN on.
you already know. Yeah.
I was like, oh man. I
I
was
was
like,
gonna say it depends
I
on
can't
where you went
escape
to the
this.
doctor. Like,
Nah, I was like, I
But
can't
yeah,
escape it.
I mean, if you went to the doctor in like Staten Island, it was probably Fox. But you know, if you were in the Bronx, you know,
Yeah, but you
maybe.
can't escape it, man. So
could we
does
just?
everybody want to say who they voted for and put it out there?
I mean,
I'll say that I didn't vote because
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
you.
vote,
Oh yeah, you.
and we
Wait,
won't discuss why either. That
do
would be
you
for
want
the
to get
fans to
into
figure
that?
out. No, absolutely not.
I still
what
don't
do you mean?
know.
I voted.
I'm not gonna lie. No, I did
I
not
did.
vote,
I did a write-in.
but not because I didn't want to.
Kanye was one. I'm one of the 60,000.
Yeah, you wrote in Kanye West.
Oh man,
That's
yeah.
bold.
Well, I'm glad that's not something we don't have to worry about.
I'm surprised no one asked me if I was gonna vote for Kanye.
I
I
mean, you'd literally
I
have to
think you
have
should
your
take
head
it.
checked. Like, you
Yeah, I think
cannot
they
get.
were giving you a little bit more credit, and they like think of you as a sensible, like decent human
I'm
being.
a little offended. I was like, I wanted that question. I was ready for it. I was like, I
Nah,
thought about my answer.
that's
I didn't
insulting
realize.
to you as a human being, as a like thinking.
What was his? What was? Where was he gonna run again?
Like what
He
states?
What state? Yeah.
I mean, he
no, he
ran
had a
for a
bunch of.
couple states. Like
I think he was
13,
on like nah, he was like yeah, like 13, like 17 states
something
he
like
was
that.
on the ballot. Yeah.
But he was actually as vice president, right, for Rockdale Effect.
It was switched. Like he was the
Oh,
vice
depending
president.
on the one.
Somehow I don't know how that works.
Mm.
I don't really understand that, but yeah. But thankfully
How
he
come Joe Jurgensen gets no smoke? That's what I want to know.
Oh, he's gonna get so much. Isn't it a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said he, not me.
I thought
Don't
you
put
said
that on
he.
me.
No,
No.
Joe Jurgensen is anybody who voted for Joe Jurgensen in these states that the count is so close. Like literally, you could drop dead. Like,
nah
I'm okay with that.
nah. I was torn between like that was home. My whole thing was I was torn between Biden and not voting because
Well,
it's
yeah,
wrong.
but yes, but that's not that's a
But like
neither plus one or minus one. You would have been a zero. Whereas you vote for Joe
which is the same
Jurgensen,
for Joe Jurgensen is a zero also because
well,
she
not
has no
really,
chance
because
of
if you're gonna vote,
she has
you're
no
gonna
chance of
win
winning.
towards Biden or Trump.
Yeah, so you're not so it's not helping either. So it's a zero. It's the same as not voting.
I mean, but you're also in New York, so you have that net of safety. Like I think if you lived in Pennsylvania, it's like a much bigger deal.
Right.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. Like if
the
you're gonna
swing state
cast a
stuff.
ballot,
No, well, some people you have to like. It's the conversation of like the lesser of two evils versus the battle of
Hmm.
principles, and like
Right. Hmm.
yeah, well, I don't really support any principles that would say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for Joe Jurgensen." I think those principles should be thrown out the window. Like you're not if you're
uh,
so self-centered that you think a vote for
you
Joe
think that's
Jurgensen is better,
self-centered.
it is very self-centered because your vote is not just for you and what you believe; it's for other people too.
No, it's for what
For
you
disenfranchised people,
is
it's
for what you believe in and your principles. You don't owe your vote to anybody except to yourself.
right, but you should vote with a conscience too. Like
Yeah, and if your conscience is like I have two racist
Yeah, one racist
corporatists,
is
and
going
then
to
one is more than like I vote for either I'm not going to vote or I vote for the third party. I totally understand that. That's like I'm not gonna lie. Part of the part of my like I can't enjoy like discussing this is because a lot of the people who like are like anti who are commenting on this are like I don't know like if you want to talk shit about like in pride for voting for Biden, then like I don't know where your head's at.
it's
Like
but that's what my argument is. It has nothing to do with pride. It's
no,
I'm
so
not
then
prideful.
be quiet. Then like don't talk shit like to other people who either choose not to vote or
No, I'm not. If I'm not saying the people who choose not to vote, I'm not talking about them at all. I'm talking about the Joe Jurgensen voters, or like in
and
2016 with the Jill Stein voters,
why not?
because you're literally throwing away your vote. Like
No,
in
you're choosing the
in a
candidate
time when it
you want to
matters,
win.
right? But that's not that. But you, if you used any kind of sense of logic, you would say that candidate is not going to win whether I voted for them or not. So why not make a difference? Why not consider other people who just outside of it? Like, okay, yes, your vote matters. What you want, I totally agree. But if you looked at it logistically and said, okay, if I cast this vote, I did what I needed to do for myself. Yes, but really what's going to happen is it's going to be between these two people, and I could affect that in a way. I mean, maybe not in 2016, but now, especially with the votes being by the thousands, um you could say, well, you know what, it's not necessarily what I want, but this is going to impact people in very difficult ways,
Just a
whether
quick question for Kamal. Um,
Hmm.
so I think again we have the cushion of being in New York, and that kind of makes our decisions a little bit easier in a sense. Do you
Hmm.
think you would feel the same way, or feel because right now it seems like you don't feel like you have a personal responsibility to anyone? Which I agree with. I don't think you do.
I agree with
Um,
it too.
No, no,
do you
it's
think
not
if
about
you live? Wait, let
it's
me
not
just
that
get a
you
question
don't.
out.
Oh, sorry.
If you lived in a state like a Pennsylvania, or one of those swing states where it was like really close, like it was in this election, do you think you'd feel more of a responsibility to vote for like one of the major parties as opposed to a third party uh, candidate?
I think you vote for the decision you can live with,
Okay.
and
I mean,
that's my whole thing about it is vote what you believe in, what you're comfortable with, and weigh your decision. Like I feel like like this whole election is really is just a if you're not a Trump supporter, I feel like I take out even the if you're not a Trump supporter or I guess a like a centrist Democratic person, you're you vote for like does Biden's his does his record and does his the actions he'll likely take, which will likely keep you in the place you were at before, does that bother you enough that you would that if your vote has sway in a swing state, will that keep you from possibly not voting Trump out? And like this idea, so it's a fear. Does your fear of Trump outweigh like your disapproval and or your fear of what a Biden presidency will be? And I can't answer that question for anyone else but for only myself. Like I'll shame Trump supporters till they're dead. But the like anyone else, I can't tell them. Like I can't tell them that if like I you have every reason not to vote for Biden. He is the worst. Like he's a weaker candidate than Hillary Clinton somehow, even though he's winning.
But you okay? Just to clarify, you said you wouldn't tell someone not to vote for Joe Biden,
No.
right? Yeah, and I think that's the important part, right? Because like I think we acknowledge that Biden is not. the candidate that a lot of us wanted. Some people, I'm sure, would have been very happy with the Biden presidency, like
No,
from the jump.
there are plenty of people who are like fine with
70 plus million people.
Well, no,
We
those are the
have
people
no.
that voted. Those are the people that are voted for him, but that doesn't mean that that was the candidate they wanted. Like people
Yeah.
like you, Mike, that made the choice. That I mean, and whether I'm not sure exactly if you're like a Biden supporter or that's just a choice that you have, and maybe you can get into that. But like, um, there's a lot of people, like the 70 million people that voted for him, are not like I wanted Biden to be president. Like they
Yeah.
wanted Bernie
I
or
don't
they
know,
wanted
but yeah,
Elizabeth
but we
Warren.
don't have
Like
measurements of that. I don't. I would say that we would like how would
Mike,
measure
to a
there's
degree, I mean,
Mike, there's no way that Joe Biden is a more popular candidate than Barack Obama in 2008. No. This is I I'm gonna pull this number out of my ass. I'm gonna say
he was stinky.
50%. 50 nah, my ass is pristine.
Listen,
I'm
if
gonna
it's
say
coming from inside out, but it can't smell great.
hey, it smells immaculate. Uh
this is
I'm
made
gonna
with
I'm gonna pull this
Obama.
out. 50% of Biden voters were to vote at minimum were to vote Trump out.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I agree with that. That's fairly high.
Come on,
I
Mike.
think
Like
Mike,
Biden wasn't even leading for a good amount of time when it was him, Warren, and Bernie. Like Bernie was still crushing up until a certain point. Like a lot of those people,
that was
Biden came in
that was
late.
purely like
It's not because like they want like if people really wanted Biden and there was like a strong, it was because they were scared. The Democrats didn't want Biden, not Biden, didn't want Bernie to be the president. I mean, if we get into that, but like
But
Biden
yeah,
was
but I
not
mean,
the
you're
choice.
talking about Kamal said it. Like you're when you cast your vote, you're voting for what you believe in, what you're most comfortable. So if those people didn't really want a Biden presidency, by your logic, they would have voted for Joe Jurgensen, or they wouldn't have voted at all.
no, that's not true.
This was
Some
all a vote against Trump. This whole thing was a vote against Trump. This wasn't like I really wanted Joe Biden to be my president. Like no
yeah.
one, like not no one,
I mean,
not
he had
even
enough
That's what I'm
people.
saying.
He had enough
That's what I'm
people who
saying.
wanted to put him into as the nomination. Like,
No, well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we're going to go back to the primaries, like I said, for one, um, well, Bernie didn't run a perfect campaign. I'll say that. There
does
were a lot of
anyone?
no, yeah, that's true. There were a lot of flaws in
voice
his
of reason.
campaign.
Kamal would.
No,
Kamal would run a perfect candidate.
actually, I'd argue that like
Kamal 2030. Can you be president in 2032?
I can be president in what 7 years, so that's 20. Yeah, it would be 32. Would be the
Yeah.
year.
There you go.
7 years.
Look at that quick math, man.
Yeah,
Ain't no
Oh,
college degrees over here.
but yeah,
wouldn't it be 2027?
no, it would be
No, that's not an election
2028?
year. Also.
2028?
2028. I can do it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I take it all back. I take it
Yeah,
all back.
yeah, that quick back looks like it's going too quick.
Unless I have to be 31 by like the time I ran in the
Oh, you have to
primary.
be 35.
I mean 35, not 31. 35. Yeah, that's what I mean. If I have to be 35 by the time I run in the primary, then I don't think I can run. Yeah,
I might
but
still be there, but I was close enough.
You also have to have
yeah.
like experience in government.
You see,
and-
that's why I went with
No, you
2032
don't.
to give him that
You-
4
I
year
mean,
buffer.
technically no, but
You really
should
don't.
you?
You really don't.
Yeah, actually,
I just
that
need
qualifier no longer exists. You don't
I
have
just
to
need
have
to I just need to get super rich or popular in the next
Right.
8 years.
Absolutely.
You just have to have a really small loan of $10 million or whatever.
Something like that. But back to the primary stuff. Like I said, Bernie's campaign this year was, I think, actually weaker than his campaign the first go around. He was also
But-
definitely sabotaged by Elizabeth Warren and Tulsi Gabbard.
Drop out sooner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But not only that, but like they actively did it to undermine him. Well, at least Elizabeth Warren.
I mean,
For sure did that.
Yeah, actually, let's bring that up real quick, Mike, because I feel like you were a strong Liz Warren guy.
Yo,
I feel
I
like
like
before
Elizabeth
Biden,
Warren.
I didn't
before
wanna
Biden
be-
was in the picture. Yeah, no.
I just
go
want to
ahead.
say,
I'm gonna wait for the end of this.
while it's focused on me, I just want to say if we're able to just pull 50% out of our assholes, I just want to put it out there that it's my opinion that the folks that think that Bernie would have held a candle to Donald Trump and somehow would have led us out of the darkness, being the same age group, same race, uh, somehow representative of population of people who strongly believe in him, which is mind blowing. That he would have did would we would have had any opportunity to take Donald Trump out of the presidency, I think are completely misguided, like in terms of like how this country votes. And
Go on,
yes, again, the
go on,
votes,
come on.
your vote, your vote counts, and you vote for what you want. Okay, but like if I'm playing basketball, right, and we're choosing teams, I'm not going to choose the losing team. I'm going to choose the winning team because it feels great winning and getting what you want, not
But you're not
oh,
getting what you want.
I mean,
You're just having your team
Wait, if what
in
you
the
want
driver's
is
seat.
not, if what you want is not a Trump presidency,
Yeah,
I'll
and
give
that's
him that.
if
all.
if
And
I'll
my
that's
give him
all
that.
you
And
want.
that's
if
what
my
and that's
team
what it was though.
And yeah, for a lot of people, that's all. Like they
if
were
my team
with
winning
that.
means that we save basketball, I'm gonna go on that team. Like
All
But
right,
like
it's over.
the whole idea is that it didn't need to be
even
that
if
way.
it means
And
taking a
and
bronze medal,
and and the
like
idea is made a good made a was very skilled in protect and putting that as a message that
Hmm.
Biden's the one who could win. Bernie had better ideas. Like the country would be better off under
he has
Bernie,
good ideas that no
but
one is
Biden
gonna
could
vote
win.
for. Like no one's gonna vote for them, so it's
Wait, wait, wait,
useless.
wait. That's not what the number said. But like um
Also, wait, no, but
Part of
it,
part of the entire state of Florida voted for Trump because they're afraid of communism. Like I'm not saying that his ideas,
But
Bernie's
like
ideas aren't good. I agree with some of them.
that's the whole point though. That's the point. The people wait, can you hear me? You guys
mhm,
Mhm.
can hear me? The
mhm.
people who like Biden is a corporatist centrist and he still got labeled a communist, socialist, radical leftist. So
No, he
it
was
didn't
labeled that he
matter
didn't listen to those folks, not that he.
or labeled it. It's the same thing. So it didn't matter. So like if you were someone who was dumb enough to believe it, if you're uneducated enough to believe that Biden was a socialist, you're gonna believe he was a socialist. No, the Democratic candidate was a socialist no matter what.
But here's my
So
thing, right? Because
you might as well have had a socialist who had better and more popular policies.
and
So
if we
like
put
He's
Bernie
Biden,
in
never
though,
had any popular policies.
what are you talking about?
No,
there
Medicare,
he
wait,
hasn't done.
Medicare for all, $15
No, no, no.
minimum wage,
It's
or
a very.
more,
I mean, those ideas are popular. I just mean that
legalizing weed
he
are
doesn't have
all
his track record. Never proved that he was able to get any of those things done.
what do you call it? He changed Amazon's policy on their pay rate. What are you talking about?
I'm
Oh
not
wait,
aware of
wait.
that. I'd have to.
So you're gonna say, oh, Bernie didn't accomplish all these things, but you're gonna put, well, Biden voted for Iraq and voted for the crime bill.
I'm not
So
saying that he.
Bernie is a
I'm not saying that
and
he's not stained either. I'm saying that he's gonna be
no, no. I'm
stained.
saying
Like
Bernie has actual good ideas. Biden has so like the things Biden got done were terrible things, and like all the things Bernie want to do are actual good things. It's
Bernie
honest.
Bernie has a tainted record as well for some of his votes.
Like what compared to Biden?
There was something that he voted on with crime. I don't know what it specifically was. But my point is that they're politicians. Like
Wait,
all of
but
them have a stain, all of them. And to think that
yeah,
Bernie is going to be any better, that to me is the most disillusioned.
okay,
Like
but wait.
that's not true.
I just want to propose one thing to Mike. Okay, let's say Biden never entered the race, Bernie stayed the leading contender. You would have voted for Bernie, yes?
absolutely, I would have.
Exactly. So you would have voted for him. I mean, because it's not Trump. Everyone who voted for Biden,
Well, no, because I'm
by their
partly and
standard,
also because I'm a
wait,
Democrat.
by their standard of not Trump, which is from what I have seen has been the standard the entire election. It's been like
Exactly.
not Trump. So if we had allowed Bernie to get into that, that position of being the front runner for the Democratic Party, technically, everyone who was so strongly against Trump should have still voted for Bernie, which would have put him in place to maybe get some of these policies done. And it's easy to say he didn't get it done because of X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, I have to side with Kamal here, like the moral standing of what he's actually trying to do, his policies that, yes, people do like. His policies are very popular. The corporatist machine doesn't like the policies because they don't make money. But
But who's to
the
say that Biden
people,
wouldn't fight
the
for those
people,
same things?
He said
his
he
record
wasn't.
and his
He
platform, like
he literally said, even if I get the
But how do you
support
know
of
he
the
wasn't just saying that though to get the middle of America voting for him? Politicians never say exactly
wait,
what
wait,
they're
wait,
doing.
wait. Joe Biden is not going to lie and say, I'm not going to, even if I get elected, I'm not going to fight for Medicare for all. And then once he got in, fight for Medicare for all. When his track record said everything else different. Like you don't lie and become more progressive once you
He
get into
never lied.
office.
He never lied.
No, I'm saying
He knows what he thinks. That's
yeah,
what
no,
politicians do.
well, for one, everyone's not the same. Two, like I said, if you're no, I'm saying if you said how would he know he wouldn't fight for those things? Because he said he wouldn't. So I'm saying I'm taking him at his word because I know his record. He was the vice president for 8 years and didn't do any of that. So he's not going to say I'm not going to fight for Medicare for all when I'm in the presidency to get the
I understand.
conservative middle of the road voters and then be like, oh, they fell for it. I got them now. They ain't gonna do
with
shit.
the
I'm gonna
okie
go.
doke.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna do everything counteractive to my entire record. And if you
yeah,
brought
I got it. I got it. No,
like
I'm
I said,
just my thing is like, but that takes no consideration of the fact that when you're this whole argument hinges on the fact that his record doesn't prove that he would have supported stuff like that. It takes
his
no
statement
consideration.
doesn't say he was gonna fight for
Yeah,
it.
okay,
He
that's
said it.
fine. That's fair. I would. My argument at that is that everything that politicians say has to be taken with a grain of salt. They have voters to
Not
gain.
if their record stands by it though.
Right. So if his record is a part of the argument that still stands, my thing is that takes into no consideration of the Senate that like has to vote on things. Like
That's completely different from
you can't
that's
just put
completely
forth
different.
things.
That's
You don't think
completely different.
Obama would have put forth
That's he
things
didn't.
like but
He did not.
he
He did
couldn't.
not fight for single. Yes, he did. When he was first elected in 2008, he had a supermajority in the Senate. He had the Senate and the House,
Well,
and he
that's
didn't fight.
Obama. He's the president. We're talking about Joe Biden. Like,
Wait, so that's my whole point. Why? What makes you think? So you not being able to get every. We've had this argument before. Not being able to
So
get
many
everything
times.
done.
my thing is
Not
just
being able to get everything
straight
done.
from I'm okay with saying from it's just coming from a straight point of pragmatism, and
And
I
that's how. And
I
that's how
completely
you end up. And that's how you end up with the situation we're in now. Because
how would we come to
being
this situation?
told to wait and we'll gradually, slowly, possibly get there
That's
is how
not
you end up.
what we're
That's
saying.
exactly what's happening.
Where the
If you don't believe
70
me,
million
listen.
people in our
If you don't
country
believe me,
voted
listen to Martin Luther.
For a racist liar. There's that
That's
in and of
because
itself. How would we
that's because
control that
that's
if we
because
voted
he
for
was
whatever we wanted? Like,
that's because he's a skillful marketer and he demigod tell and he had the the platform to do it. Why? Because the status of the country, wages have been stagnant for 40 years. The corporatism of the entire country, our broken down infrastructure, poor healthcare system. All of these
yes,
all of these allowed for a charismatic guy on the Republican side
yes,
to demagogue and fearmonger and rally
and
you.
gaslight.
Yes, yes, and rally voters who are uneducated, easy manipulated, to be manipulated, and racist.
Yes.
That all allowed that. But if you, that's because the whole system was disheveled to begin with. That allowed it.
No, I agree. I can't fight that.
If Obama left an economy and a country in a better shape in those areas, you wouldn't. There would be no need for Trump.
I just
Like
want to say though,
if people weren't if hundreds of thousands of people weren't going bankrupt each year because of medical debt, there's
losing
no
their housing, yeah, no,
yes, there would be no need for it's the Mexicans that are making this economy bad.
I
No.
just want to say two things. I want to say I to preface the two things. I completely agree. The system is fucked up, and that's why it ended up like that. I agree with that. Obama, I think I agree with your points that he could have pushed a more progressive agenda, but I would just say to remember the fact that this is a representative democracy. Like you can't just always do that. Like you can't just always take that
No,
straight path.
I
But
get
my
it.
my other thing is, and he came into that. He had the 8 years, but he still came into that system. He's not a miracle worker. But I still agree. Maybe he could have definitely pushed more progressive things. I'm all for the progressive ballot
And
measures.
we
I just want to say one more thing that, um,
please do
uh, shit, I forgot it now. Go
say
ahead.
it with your heart. Damn it. Okay, great. I'm actually happy about that. Can we pivot?
Yeah.
Uh, Kamal, did you
Uh,
have another thing?
Another. Oh wait, we're done with the election
Oh,
Yeah.
I
stuff.
was just gonna say, can I just
Okay.
finish? Can I just say, just gonna throw out an analogy here, okay?
Uh-huh.
That has no context, it has nothing, okay? When you cut your hand, right? When you cut your hand,
Yeah.
do you do you get rid of the knife and use, seek out the best butter knife that could be used so you don't cut your hand again? Or do you slap on a band-aid or slap on a paper towel and hold the bleeding down? Okay. What do you do first?
Butter knife.
You're not supposed to say that. Damn it.
You
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 cut
find
yourself and you're
you
like, damn, I should have used a butter knife. Let me search on the internet for a soft butter knife. Like,
Nah, you find the super high tech advanced knife that doesn't allow you to cut your skin at all because it's so
Made by
advanced.
Apple.
Made
Right.
by Apple. It
oh
detects
yeah. It's gonna
no,
stop
actually no.
before it touches. It's like it touches
They
a hot dog and it stops.
yeah, actually it'll be made by the workers of America, and
Yeah. It's
it
made in China.
detects human body heat, and it would stop from it dulls itself as it approaches your
You
skin.
see, I just want to say to all the viewers, not really, because there's not that many, but I just want to say, when anybody watches this, you see what they're doing, right? You see, they're
We're
pivoting.
gaslighting.
They're pivoting. They're
No,
not acknowledging my point because they're
no. I'm just saying there was a better choice, and we chose for
there's always a better choice.
paper towel.
It's either ice cream, Haagen Dazs, or a blowjob. But to get a blowjob, you basically have to
That
give
first
one.
thing, that's a terrible
I would get the
analogy.
ice cream.
That's a
Like,
that's a terrible analogy because both of those are amazing. So don't you dare don't you dare compare.
Joe Biden is ice cream.
Joe
But back
Biden
it
is an
was
ice.
Joe
Joe
Biden is
Biden
a
is
blowjob
neither.
that I have to give a blowjob to get one.
No,
Joe
I'm
Biden is
sorry.
like the ice cream from the nursing home that you gotta like scrape out. It's like a little icy. Like
Okay, but
that's
it's still ice cream. I just want to
I
point
don't
that.
know.
That's still giving him way too much credit. Nah.
That's funny.
Where are we
Come on.
going?
Next thing.
Where are we going? So we're really done. You don't want to touch this no
I mean,
more?
it's been 30 minutes. I think
Yo,
that's a strong 30.
this is the craziest thing. In all right, well let's just I guess let's see if we could
Or let's just give it.
discuss.
Let's just not argue about whether Obama was a great president or not. We
Let's
do that
just
every
yeah.
other
Can
We'll
week.
just
we? Can I'm going to ask you a
we'll just
question. How legitimate do you think these? And this is from my own knowledge. I'm not really necessarily like I haven't formed an opinion. How serious do we think that these Supreme Court challenges are going to be? I mean, he has no legal standing.
I
I think
don't
it's all
know.
show.
It's a crazy. I think yeah. I'm sure it's
Because
mostly show.
that's the one thing. If there's Republican support, that's the one thing that he does have. Like people,
Yeah, if
'cause
they can
they
bring it.
don't
Well,
call elections, but like
a
people
lot of
can
them have
challenge it.
been. Yeah, we'll see. Um, but the idea is also that like not having the evidence also makes it harder. Even though, like honestly, some things do make it a little suspicious about the way this thing has gone. Despite like I'm not like a huge conspiracy theorist, but like
Like what?
people cheat, huh?
Like what is suspicious? I'm
I
just
wouldn't.
curious.
I wouldn't like. I'm actually for it. Like I'm actually like because like I'm so used to like Democrats cheating to like screw up progressives. So like them like having some backbone and like cheating to like cheat Republicans. It's actually a little bit refreshing. So I'm not entirely mad.
This is
I'm
the guy
still
who wants people to vote with their heart.
no. I'm saying it's true though. They yo
I mean, if
the
it's cheating,
the part. Hey,
we're talking cheating. Like, nah, I'm just kidding.
that's the policy. The philosophy for the last like 20 years has been, or even longer than that, has been that like where
Yeah,
did I hear
Richard
this
died
from?
trying.
That Democrats wanted
Smoke weed, fuck bitches.
like when it comes to like general elections, Democrats want to do what appears right and appeal to centrists, and Republicans just want to win. And
Mhm,
if it means cheating, doing underhanded things, being giant fucking hypocrites, they
mhm.
don't fucking care because it gets them the results they want, as we see by the Supreme Court
But you
thing.
said it yourself. There's no proof of like that. What?
There
Where would that be coming?
there is
What's
like
the?
there are anecdotal things, and like I said, I wouldn't be entirely surprised, and honestly at this point I wouldn't be entirely upset that they did it to get him out of office, because
Dude, what?
I've seen the Democratic Party cheat when they want to get someone rid of somebody they don't like.
But did
So I
what?
wouldn't be surprised.
What did they do?
Huh?
These are what did they do? I'm saying what
In
could
the past?
possibly have done? No, no, I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about now.
Oh.
What could have they possibly have done to cheat? These are ballots. People are watching people open
What are they?
Yeah, I know.
What are they?
There. He's
Violent.
huh?
ballots.
Ballots.
I'm
What
not
is
saying
something?
balance.
Yeah.
ballots.
What do you call it?
Detect the
News
difference.
news organizations like refusing to, which is a good point, refusing to call elections with like over 95% of precincts
Yeah, but that's
reporting.
because of the coronavirus. No, yeah, you're right. They would have
No,
known to call
if you
Pennsylvania
if
by
you
now.
if you call precincts already because you all of your votes have been most of your votes have been tabulated. They've done that for other states, but then some swing states you've held it off before calling it. Those things like that. There are some, I would say there are some inklings of like suspicious thing where I wouldn't be surprised if there were like some
I think they're just being
collaboration. But
careful. I think they're being. I mean, Fox News called Arizona. New
I
York
don't know.
Times hasn't even called Arizona. Still,
I,
right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
I love a Kanye show.
Well, but the whole
My
point is,
only thing is like
but
like
but Fox
the
News aren't
notion
real
that they.
journalists, so I wouldn't be surprised that they like Fox News would be an organization that would jump to call something even if it bites them in the ass. Because
Yes, but
like
we have to admit though that a lot of people treat them as real journalists though. Like,
yeah, conservatives treat it as their godsend news source. I agree. Like I said, I don't care. I actually like in a small way I respect it because they're actually like fighting as opposed to being like little bitches, which is what they always are. So I don't mind it if they did. If it just turns out if it like I said I assume that most of it like it's most on the up and up. But like if they did like kind of cheat a little bit, like I would like appreciate it that it went like against Trump as opposed to like what
fair
they've done
enough.
against Bernie for the last 4 years. So
I think we need to follow up on that. I need to do my research because I just I don't know if
but
I
I'm trying to
can
think, is there anything that
take
hasn't
that bait.
already been said by people that
No, that's why
not
I
really?
have not
Yeah,
much to say about this because I've been hearing it for the past week and a half.
yeah, it's all been discussed. I guess we can move on.
The ghost of John McCain. Nah.
R.I.P. The Maverick.
The
God love him.
He's a perfect example though for what Kamal's talking about. He voted for
Here
some
we go.
shit things. But like he was a decent guy.
And
I mean, that's what they say.
He was a warmonger.
That's what he says.
Like giving him credit for like at the tail end of his life, like voting against Trump because Trump is like a giant asshole, and voting against like extremely
No,
wrong
I think it
things
goes.
like
I think
healthcare.
it goes past that.
Oh yeah,
I
because
truly believe it goes past that. I don't think that changes his record. I just think that we need to consider that people can be multifaceted, right? Like we're gonna like some things, we're gonna really dislike certain things about people, but at the same time, like they're not gonna you know, you can get kidnapped or you know you're under the threat of kidnap, and they're gonna stick up for you. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I never liked that bitch. Like
yeah, you can be a prisoner of war and get rally for unjustly killing hundreds of thousands of brown people for profit and political influence. Yeah, and then draw the line at hating Trump because partly he made fun of you. Like those are all things. Those are all
touche.
possible things. Yeah.
Touche.
So
That's right. That was his thing. Is that what he made fun of him for? Because he couldn't raise his hands.
No, well, he made fun of him for getting captured, and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no, didn't someone else make fun of him for not being able to raise his hands?
I don't know. I'm sure
maybe,
they did.
Maybe that's all I got.
Trump can't walk down the stairs, so you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just ready for it to be over with. I'm so tired of like people talking about like I don't know.
The way you feel about LeBron James is how I feel about this entire election process.
So you understand, but it's how I feel. Like at least LeBron James is like a great basketball player. This would be like imagine this feels like you were arguing about like Antoine Jameson being the GOAT.
Okay.
Like that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Like Joe Biden is the Antoine Jameson of
3+ million people to vote for him. Like that's
no. Trump
got
70+ million people to vote for Joe Biden.
Yeah. Okay. Can we pivot now?
All right.
I had one quick thing that I just want to talk about because it's been on my mind a lot.
Okay.
There was maybe a New York Times article. Shout out to Mike. He loves New York Times. That's all I got.
Yeah, only been proven for like 50, 60 years.
Whatever.
Actually, more than that.
Except for when they advocated for the war. But okay.
New York Times article that said this guy in New York was standing on the sidewalk, waiting for the bus amongst other people. The sidewalk collapsed.
Yeah, I saw that. He fell into rats.
Into just a container of rats.
Oh.
The stuff of nightmares.
What was the word that they used? They used a certain word. Oh fuck!
I don't remember.
I gotta find it. It's definitely
the part that is haunting me the most. They said first of all he fell in there and he was covered in so many rats he couldn't move. Like he couldn't get up.
He was afraid.
He said he was afraid to scream because if he opened his mouth they would have gotten it.
A rat-filled chasm.
Oh. That is that not terrifying?
And
apparently this is happening all over New York. Apparently it's like 39 times this has happened this year. That's way too many. That's way too many.
That's because our infrastructure is crumbling and nobody is spending.
Well, I mean, if we would have voted for Bernie, he would have gathered the the collective money to redo
those streets would have been fortified.
Yeah,
the rats would be gone. He would have burned every rat alive himself. Down into the sewers himself.
Millionaires and billionaires.
And you goddamn rats.
Rats in New York City and no more.
But yeah. But
Bernie has never come face to face with a rat ever in Vermont. All they have is field mice.
Well, he's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn, Mike. Relax.
So he's definitely seen a New York rat.
Millionaires and billionaires. That's my last time. I like Bernie. I like him. He's such a cute guy. I like him.
But yeah, like I love New York, but like New York is still at least underground New York is a gross place. Like
Oh, well, it's
That
just so
terrifies
it's
me. It
so
just terrifies
old.
me that that's even possible.
it's old and yeah, and like I don't know, like how do you resolve? Like
I actually, you know what?
I don't know
And
how
I
you
just
resolve like a sewage and like infestation problem in a
Like
city
that
like
plan.
New
they've been
York.
trying literally. That this is actually to Kavan's point. They've been, and this is what they said in the article. New York has been trying to control the rat population for 400 years. Like, like it's never gonna end. But
Yeah.
And the rats
one of
are winning the war. Like
yeah, oh
they're
yeah,
coming back
yeah.
stronger.
We might have won some battles. They've won the war, and to quote Nancy Pelosi. But um, I read specifically because you know how New York Times. I mean, Kamal might not know this, but Kamal might know. In the New York Times, they'll like link when they make quotes of stuff in the article. They'll link it to other stuff. They have tried so many things in Brooklyn. I think it
Yeah.
was the borough president. They are trying like electrocution. Like the
Mm.
rats get lured into like a thing that literally just like electrocutes them and they just die.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
I think that's
Twisted
Wait,
gonna
wait.
be my
shit.
ticket to the presidency. I'm gonna find a way to de-ratify New York.
Okay, here's a suggestion. Okay, we
You're
call
gonna
R. Kelly.
ratify
We
that?
call R. Kelly the Pied Piper, right? Would R. Kelly be like
Wouldn't he be the Pete
forgiven of
Piper?
his sins? Yes, he's the Pied Piper as well. If R. Kelly was somehow able to Pied Piper his way into New York and get all the rats out, would we forgive him?
Would you forgive R. Kelly?
Um,
His
He got
name
rid
is,
of all the rats.
if we found out his name is Rat Kelly.
I'm just saying.
if we found out that bump
Or
and grind was the secret to hypnotizing rats, yeah,
right,
yeah, I forgive him.
you'd forgive him?
Yeah,
Terrible person.
I think
Can't
I
believe
might.
you would say that.
Yeah.
Can't believe you would say that on wax. Come
Do
on,
you know how many rats there are in New York City?
too many.
If you
Too
saw
many.
them, then you'd be like, all right, yeah. I mean, like one or
You
two
can spare
girls.
a couple.
It's like I was like did I like Aaliyah that much? Uh,
Too soon.
Oh,
too soon. All right.
that
Okay.
story somehow weirdly reminds me of a quick story that I had. The main street that I live on, there was a news story that came out that a man waiting for the poll to open at like 5 a.m. literally collapsed and
Unnecessary.
died alone on the sidewalk. Like
That's not funny,
it's not. It's
but
just
That's not funny.
it's
that
just
is the
so like
last thing I expected you
shocking.
to say.
It's
Yeah,
just so shocking. Like
that's
he
not funny.
died waiting for the poll to open alone because it was like 5 a.m. The lady in the house nearby just like heard a crash and called the cops. Man was dead. Man,
How old was
dead.
he?
Like 65 or something.
White guy?
I don't know. Probably around here. Come on.
Probably gonna vote for Trump.
No, there's no.
Just say it. Just say
We
it.
don't know.
Probably gonna
Oh,
vote
Lost one vote.
wait,
No,
wait.
not in where I live, not specifically, but believe it or not, I looked up my county went for Trump like by like 27 points or something like that. Like disgusting.
like I said.
And I don't know if I told you guys this, but I got caught in a couple of Trump like truck, like the whatever they call it,
Mhm.
the cavalry.
Right.
I got caught in a couple of those.
I haven't been caught in any, but I've seen 3 in the past 45 days.
I've seen online. That's it.
I work very close to
house.
Trump Towers, so they be
Oh
out here.
yeah, they be
Every
out
time
here,
I see
yeah.
it, I just throw a bunch of thumbtacks out the window.
Oh, wait,
Don't admit to that.
just a quick update to our previous discussion. My girl responded about the topic we had, and she said that
Here we go.
dumb far means I can cab it. Wildfire means I'm not going. There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
that's an explanation of distance.
Yeah. So all right. What else do we have on the queue? Oh, actually,
One more topic and then we wrap up.
somewhat related to it. So how do we feel about the rappers
Oh God.
that spoke out in support of it?
Not really worth the airtime.
Do you count Lil Pump in that?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't.
You mean Little Pimp? That's what
Uh,
that's what Trump called him at his rally when he
He
that's
like
did,
that's
yeah.
introduced
gross.
him. Yeah,
That's disgusting.
The fact
it's
that
just
Trump gave him support, I mean,
it's
just
just
shows the
it's just
desperation.
it's just funny. Like I don't know. It's not going to change anything. But I was like, I hope you guys realize that like a lot of these people that like you give your money to like don't give a fuck about you. Like
Do
I
we
mean,
really
we should have known
believe
that
that
about Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne are Trump supporters? Do we like? I'm just curious. Do we actually believe that, or are they just trying to
No.
cause a ruckus?
Yeah, I think
either
Lil
way,
Pump
you're
doesn't. I
still
don't
doing
know.
either way you're still doing a disservice. Like if you're doing it for you don't need to do it for attention. You're rich and like
That's what they do, though. That's how you.
Well, yeah.
That's how
no,
they stay
they
in the
don't.
lane that they are in.
Then why don't they just go to Klan rallies and take pictures there then if they wanted like attention? Nah, they
Even
do this
Lil
because
Wayne
they
has the ability to find a
Do
Klan.
Klan members listen to rap?
huh?
Do Klan members listen to
I'm
rap?
I'm sure
Trump supporters listen
I'm
in the
sure
Venn diagram. Okay, let's make a Venn diagram here. Okay, so
yes.
Yes,
we got Klan members, right?
yes, King.
And then you got, let's say, Donald Trump supporters, right?
You mean the same
Is,
circle?
is Lil Pump fans in the middle? I don't think so.
I don't I don't
I
know.
don't think
Well, I
that's
don't
it.
know.
Let him in a Klan rally. They'd be
I
like,
don't
"Who is this Puerto Rican here?" Like,
I don't know who listens to. Oh, that was the funny thing I saw about the breakdown in like Florida between the
mm,
Cubans and Puerto Ricans and how they voted.
Latinos,
That's
Cubans.
funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That
Well, they're
like
super like machismo and shit. Like where did
I don't. You know,
like
politics is gross and disgusting, and Americans are dumb. Americans are really
oh
dumb.
oh my god. So you
That should be
can't
the
you
name of
can
this episode.
there's gonna be a cure for coronavirus, but there's no cure for humanity. Like
There you go. I love that. I
All right,
love that.
folks. It's been a great episode.
We'll call it a day. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I can't explain any of the things that are going on in this world. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to survive it. Really,
that's all you can do.
that's all you can do. Really, because like
Try not to cry.
we're doomed.
We
We're
are.
doomed.
I agree.
And the saddest thing about it is that like if this whole thing works out in Biden's favor and he's elected without like a mass civil war,
Ain't gonna be no civil war.
like he's probably going to get like a pass like for like no matter what he does in the first year for like not being Trump.
I mean, yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
like
Like
setting the bar very low.
yeah, like the conservatives who were hated against him will complain, but their lives will probably be no different than it was under Trump than it is under Biden.
except for
And
the fact that they won't be losing people at a rate of 100,000+ every
but
day.
most of them don't believe that anyway, and they don't care now.
I think
So like they're not going to
most of
care
them believe
after.
it. I think most of them believe it.
No. If the people who like actively vote for Trump, most of them don't believe it, or not enough of them
They don't
believe
believe
it.
in the mask wearing, but
Not
I think
enough.
they believe in the
If
coronavirus.
if you don't believe in the mask wearing, then you might as well
Coronavirus.
not believe in it. And like the other side will be just so grateful that he's not Trump and he's not like telling racists to like arm up that he'll get a pass the rest of the way by like a majority
Just
of
say that
Democratic
his
voters.
message, the last couple of days has been
I'm not Trump, and I
no,
won't.
that's not his message. He says we're not enemies. That's
So come
a
on.
moral
If
stand.
Yes,
if Joe
that's how
Biden
you.
hires
That's
you
how.
for his campaign and he promises to fund you and promote you for your 2032 campaign,
Or give you a stimmy.
or give you a feeling, will you join his camp and infiltrate from the inside?
You don't
Of
need to
course.
join
Wait, do I
the
get money? And am I getting paid also, or am I
You
doing
get
this
it?
for free?
He's giving you a position. You're gonna have to join the Joe Biden camp. and this is also you can run in 2032.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! But he know
Isn't
he
that,
don't
isn't
want
that
none.
compromising your morals?
No, because I got to get in there to get the platform.
I don't know.
My
You might
policy's
be
not
picking a
going to
side
Sounds
here.
change.
strangely like what's happening right now.
No,
We need to
but
get
my
the presidency to
but
get
I'm
things back
but
on track.
my policies aren't going to change. So if he's bringing me in, he's going to know that he's bringing a guy who was like Bernie would have won by 50
No, but you gotta
million
fall in
votes.
line. You gotta fall in
Ah,
line,
fuck that.
son. You gotta
Fuck
fall in
that.
line. You gotta be
You
team
gotta
Biden.
fall in line.
Fuck that.
You gotta fall in line, Playboy.
Yeah.
Nah, screw that.
Okay, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up.
Yes.
Calling it a day.
Yes.
Wrap it up.
Until next
All
time.
right. All
It's
right,
been a
guys.
pleasure.
Just remember, guys. Bernie would have won a lot better.
By a landslide. He would have won.
That's
How many
Trump
total
language.
electoral
He would have.
college
He would
votes
have
are
won. He would have won so much greater.
He would have won so bigly.
there?
So bigly.
Bigly. His lead
The
would have
best.
been huge.
The best
It would have
win.
been the
ever
best
seen.
win ever.
I just got off the phone with
Huge.
them. The best win.
The best way.
Seriously, die in hell, scumbag.
Knock on wood. Hopefully, next time we're on here, it's as we are, and something crazy doesn't happen. Oh, last thing. Where do you guys plan on getting your arms and pitchforks if the war starts?
Ain't no need for
'Cause I-
arm. No, ain't
'cause
no
I
need
heard
for
Walmart-
pitchforks.
I heard
Got
Walmart's
the-
not
got the loaded
selling
in
guns
the-
anymore. So
I already got
Yeah.
that thing on me, so I ain't even
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
was
do?
gonna say.
You gotta connect. You gotta connect.
the hot.
For me.
The glove compartment's hot right now.
You gotta connect with me because I feel
Listen, we
like
can't talk about that over there, okay?
Oh,
Can't
okay.
talk about that over there.
hit me in the DMs.
Okay, that's enough. Go America.